Hey guys, Adriana Jimenez here with Matchroom Boxing's very own Eddie Hearn. Eddie, first off, what a spectacular fight. Obviously not the result you wanted, but the fight was amazing. How do you feel about the performance overall?
Do you know what? I'm disappointed, but I feel as though I should be gutted, but I'm not gutted because we got a chance to see that.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm very proud of putting on a fight like that, but obviously we wanted to win. But I just thought Jose Ramirez was brilliant tonight. I thought Mo was great as well. You know, the first round, when he got his foot trod on, I just think sort of took him out of his rhythm a little bit, but then he come back in the fight. Ramirez boxed aggressively, then he boxed off the back foot. And it was just such a great example for the sport. You know, on a bad week, for multiple different reasons, it put a smile on my face, even though we lost. You know, I said to Mo, like, when you're involved in a fight like that, when you lose to #1 fighter in the division, which he is, and there's no disrespect to Josh Taylor and Regis, what I'm saying is, on paper, in terms of the performances, Ramirez is #1 in the division. So Mo will come back from that. But again, I just thought it was a brilliant spectacle and probably 2 or 3 rounds away from being one of the best fights I've ever seen. But still fight of the year contender, but we got 6 rounds. I still wanted 9, 10, 11, 12 rounds. So I'm proud to put on the fight. Disappointed for Mo, but he'll be back.
Mo gave a great performance, and like I mentioned earlier in the press conference, the ref stopped it at a good point, especially what we've seen this week. It was the 6th round.
Yeah, I thought the ref he jumped in quick, but when I watched it back, it was definitely the right decision. Yeah. Mo's head was snapped, and that was because Ramirez just pounced on him. You know, he wobbled in with a left hook, and then he just put together 8 or 9 really accurate shots that was snapping Mo's head back. So it was the right decision by the referee.
What can we expect from Mo? Do you think he'll still stay at 140, or he might test 147?
He's always struggled at the weight, but unfortunately, I'd like to give you an excuse, but this time he made the weight really well. Yeah. So I think he could potentially move to 47. I mean, there's a lot of big fights up there at 47. You know, Bob was just talking about it there, saying that, you know, there aren't many opponents, especially on the top rank side of the street, for people like Crawford, even though Mo's good friends with him and, you know, stuff like that. So I see him coming back at 47 and then maybe looking to try and become a 2-weight world champion. Yeah.
Right now, you and Bob Arum were, you know, exchanging words. Yeah. What is it working with them? How is it?
It's good because he's so erratic in what he says. He's brilliant entertainment, but he doesn't care. Like, it reminds me of a lot of my dad in that respect because he's too old to care. So he's going to tell you exactly what he thinks. Sometimes it's just well off the scale. And like every time he talks, I could see the top rank guys going, like, get him off the mic, get him off the mic. But that's, you know, one of the endearing things about Bob Arum is he don't give a fuck about anyone, you know? And he has the ability to take loads of shit and make fights and try and make the right decisions. And anyone that's been in the game for as long as he has, anyone at 88 that's still got the same hustle and same motivation, you have to give him respect. Like, you know, if you like him, love him, hate him, whatever, you've got to give him respect because his longevity and his staying power is unbelievable. In fact, I hope he hurry up and retires soon. It's ridiculous. You know, let us youngsters try and take a stand. But no, it's great working with him and his team. They're good professionals, and you know, I'd like to say I'm pleased for them to get the win. I'm not. I saw them all jumping up and down. And we beat Saucedo in Oklahoma, and it was a great night. And tonight we're on the losing end.
Well, somebody who did give a great performance as well, Tevin Farmer, defended his title once again, one of the most active fighters in his division. What did you think about his performance?
It was good. I mean, I don't know whether he struggled with the motivation. You know, it's hard to say to a fighter, take more chances, be more entertaining. You're not the one in there taking punches. When you're winning every round, why would you want to start losing rounds? Which he did in the end because he was just trying to, you know, make it a more entertaining fight. It wasn't the greatest fight in the world, but we had to take that fight because it was mandatory. And I think this fight was supposed to be a bigger fight for him. So we must deliver a big fight for him next.
Yeah. Obviously, they mentioned the Gervonta Davis one. We want to see that unification. Is that a possibility? Is that likely?
Yeah, we'd love to. I think everyone, you know, if you asked what fight you'd like to see next for Tevin and what fight you'd like to see next for Gervonta Davis, I think all the fans would give you the same answer. You know, everybody wants to see that fight. Can it happen? It's up to their side, but, you know, we're ready to make that fight.
Bob Arum mentioned Berchelt. Maybe that.
Yeah, I think that's a great fight. I think Tevin's going to be tough to beat. Yeah. You know, I'm not saying he's the most exciting fighter of all time, but he will be exciting if he's in with people that are actually coming to win. Yeah. You know, you saw it against John O'Carroll, seen it against James Tennyson, and you'll see it against the top guys as well. So Berchelt's another great fight.
All right. right. Eddie, thank you so much again.
Thank
You gave us a great fight. Thank you
Good.
so
Thank
much.
you for coming.
Appreciate it. Thank you.